So this video is not directed at my audience. So if you are not interested in this video, then I give you my permission on this one to skip it. I would ask that you leave a like, share it on all of your social medias. Follow me on Twitter at RealYoungMale because, you know, that is kind of customary at this point for you to want to do. But you don't have to watch this whole video. That is okay if you don't want to. Because I know that if there's any audience on YouTube that fucks, it's definitely Matt McMeme's audience. I'll tell you that one for free. But I would ask, in addition to liking and sharing everywhere, if you come across any alt-right individuals, most likely a male, who seems to be very upset with women, most likely because they're a virgin, or they just, have bad luck with the ladies, I guess you could say, then I would advise sending them specifically this video, because that's who this one is for. But yeah, I mean, despite what Paul Joseph Watson or Milo Yiannopoulos or fucking Richard Spencer would have you believe, the vast majority of the alt-right is made up of pasty white-ass nerds, all right? And that's pretty clearly evidenced by pretty much all gatherings of alt-right dudes. And even shit like the fucking Proud Boys is like mostly made up of these goofy ass dudes who are like, yeah, I want to be cool. But yeah, this is to help y'all, because I assume by now you're watching the video. This is to help y'all improve your relationships. This is not improve your relationships, because I know the vast majority of you are either virgins or like a girl, like you were both drunk at a party once and then you were like having sex with her, and then either she fell asleep and then you stopped because you were like, oh, okay, or she like left halfway through. She was like, I don't know if we should be about this, and then she just like left awkwardly. I'm assuming that's the vast majority of you's limit to their sexual experiences. But however, this is not a Roosh V style pickup tips video, because I don't fuck with that, because I think that is manipulative and shitty and objectifying. So this is actually, when I say relationship tips, that's what I mean. This is to help improve your relationships, not even just with women, romantically, but also platonically with other people as well. It's kind of just to make you more likable in general. So this is much more valuable information than fucking Roosh V. But anyway, tip number one. Stop being alt-right. That's tip number one to becoming a likable individual. Because, women and really any men who aren't fucking assholes generally aren't fans of people who call women who have sex before they're married sluts, or women who have black boyfriends race traitors and shit. And even if you're doing this as a quote-unquote satire, which, by the way, that is... I don't think most of y'all folks know what satire means. Or if you're doing it as a meme or whatever, they're not particularly going to care, because the joke is really nothing. You're not really making a joke there. So yeah, stop doing that. And also, on more of a general thing, folks don't like negativity. And alt-right is kind of all about being negative. I hate the globalists, immigrants, women. Like Black Pigeon speaks, women are destroying the Western civilization. I hate black people, all that kind of stuff. Folks don't like negativity. You gotta be upbeat and funny, all that kind of stuff. And repeating memes you found on r/the Donald is not funny to most people, and rightfully so, because it's really it's objectively not funny. I'm sorry to say, fellas. Step number 2 is to be more self-aware. Now, I know that, like I said, the vast majority of you are nerds who were either picked on or ignored in high school by most people. So you kind of developed this distaste for normie culture, quote unquote, and so you're like, grr, everybody's not smart. I'm the only one who's smart, and the only one people who think like me are smart. Everyone else is an idiot except for me. But that really is not true, and you kind of deluded yourself into thinking that way because you don't want to admit that the choices that you have made in your life have made you unlikable. Your lack of social skills, your lack of like any talent, for the most part, your inability to just not make a dumbass out of yourself whenever you open your mouth. That's on you, most likely. I mean, there are probably some cases where it's like, I don't know, you're chained up in the basement and not allowed to talk for for your whole life. I mean, that might be. I'm sure some of those people grew up to be all right. I don't know, but you are just this is your fault for being socially inept. So what I would advise is, either trying to become better at socializing, practice more, learn how to make friends, learn how to talk to people, or if that is too hard for you, you have social anxiety or stuff like that. I would advise just not, learning how to not say stupid stuff when you open your mouth. At the very least, that's important. Just being very thoughtful when you speak, because people do, they like silent types as well. If you just come in with a well-timed little piece of information or whatever, then they will enjoy that as well. That is a pretty likable thing. And tip number 3, the final tippening, if you know what I'm saying, I would advise probably to start working out. And this is a tip that I need to follow myself personally. I would say, I mean, obviously, it'll help you become more attractive to women because you're either, vast majority of the time, you're either a big fat piece of shit like myself, or you're, kind of a fucking a twig boy or whatever. Or you kind of have like a dad bod going on. All three of those things, not very attractive to most people. And, being attractive to men, again, assuming you're straight, that is a part of becoming friends with them, especially if the force of your personality is not so great, if you're not so charismatic or funny or anything like that. That's how I have friends, is because I am such an amazing force of personality. I'm so well spoken, so funny, everybody likes me. But were I not blessed with such charisma, then I probably would need to work out in order to be popular. Because everybody likes to look at attractive things. So, better to eat a good diet, eat fucking fruits and veggies and fish, I think, is good for you. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the person to ask about diet information. And go to the gym, like, once every other day, I think, is usually, and, work out there for like 2 hours or so. I think that's usually like a good amount, I think, for just losing weight or gaining muscle. I think that's good. Obviously, tailor, if you're losing weight, you want to do more cardio stuff, I think. And then if you're trying to gain muscle, obviously, you want to be doing a bunch of lifting stuff. But you do want to do cardio as well, because, just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're in shape. So yeah, that was my tips, and hopefully, I've helped you, give you kind of a things to aspire to. A little bonus tip: become a commie.